Star Wars series? All right, sounds good. Who here has ever seen any of the Chinese Star Wars series? Okay, it's about what I thought. If you just hold on for a little bit, we may be seeing this play out in real life. Good afternoon, Captain Smith, fellow cadets. My name is Cadet 3rd Class William Rockers, and today I'll be briefing you on the need for space weapons. First, I'll go over current technology in the area of space weapons. I'll then move on to what we need in the future as far as space weapons goes. Next, we will be going over possible consequences if we do not meet these needs, and then I'll entertain any questions you have at the end. Alright, first, current technology as far as space weapons goes. So the main players in this field are the United States, Russia, and China. Back in the Cold War, the United States and Russia were going at it mostly. Since then, Russia has become more of an ally and has moved over to, we're focusing more on China. China is rapidly developing space weapons capabilities. For example, in 2007 and 2008, on 2 different occasions, China hacked 2 of our satellites. In 2007, it was for a span of 12 minutes. In 2008, it was just for a span of 2 minutes. We lost complete control over 2 of our military satellites. It was never proven that China was behind the hack. However, it's widely accepted that they were behind it. Secondly, in 2007, in the same year, China launched an anti-satellite missile to take down an aging weather satellite of its. Now, this is not technically a direct action against the United States. However, it's seen as a display of power and an aggressive action in general. The United States denounced it. This is a picture of the Trident II intercontinental ballistic missile. This is widely used by, or at least it's maintained by the United States. This could be considered either a precursor to a space weapon or an actual space weapon, depending on your definition. Alright, so considering the current technology we have, what are our needs for the future in terms of space weapons? First and foremost, we need to gain control over information technology. This includes both ours and theirs. I say ours because, as you can tell by the hack on our satellites in 2007, 2008, we do not have control over our own cyberspace networks. We need to bolster our cyber defenses to make sure that these hacks don't happen again. And once we have up the necessary defenses, we need to go on the offense. We need to then move and essentially try and hack the Chinese. There's not necessarily a need for new infrastructure in space for many reasons. First of all, cost. The Air Force budget is extremely slim right now. Treaties. In 1967, the Outer Space World Treaty was signed by the United States and Russia, and has since been ratified by most of the countries in the world. It basically says that no weapons of mass destruction can be placed in outer space, and it, as Cadet Gunnels alluded to, it leaves all of outer space open to exploration for any country in the world. Lastly, we have the Kessler Syndrome to worry about. Now what this is if you were to shoot down a satellite, such as the Chinese did, you end up with a lot of debris. If you keep doing this over a period of time, if you keep using kinetic weapons in outer space, you're going to end up with a density of debris orbiting in suborbital space. This is going to cause an inability to move throughout space, and it can cause space to be inaccessible to generations to come. Lastly, we need to spread out our satellites. This means we need smaller satellites, we need less expensive satellites, and we need more satellites. This will make us less vulnerable to single point attacks. So if the Chinese were to shoot down one of our satellites, it's one gone, it was cheap, we have many more, we have a whole constellation that can make up for it. So possible consequences if we do not meet these. China is our main aggressor, they seek to control us, and we could have World War III. In summary, I've gone over the current technology, what we need in the future, and possible consequences. This concludes my briefing. Are there any questions?